Hey guys, welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is a YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for at-home or garage gym needs. We are on day number 255 of the At Home Fitness programming series. That makes today Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving and all the food that is to come. So we're going to get after it today. Make sure we're prepped and ready for tomorrow for the indulgency that we're probably going to go through here. So today is going to be the second strength cycle piece this week. That means RDLs. So we're looking at a higher rep count today, guys. I want to see a 10 to 12 count on our RDL sets. Of course, we're still doing 3, and our rest is going to be a little bit bigger than it normally is. If you're normally taking 2 minutes, I want you to take a little bit more today. Let's get a nice solid rest after what should be a nice long set of hamstring work there. All right, second thing we're going to do today is going to be that workout, and it's going to be 4 rounds, 10 step-ups. I want these to be high step-ups. If 24-20 is not high for you, then let's try and make that a little higher if we can. Maybe toss a plate on the box, something along those lines to elevate that a little bit. Those are also unweighted step-ups. Now, stick around for a second. I'll give you the caveat to that. Those step-ups are going to be followed by 20 Russian kettlebell swings. Again, the R stands for Russian, so we're just going chest, shoulder height, arms flat, parallel to the floor. If we can make these heavy, guys, I want you to make these heavy. You see there 70, 53, that would be 70 for the guys and 53 pounds for the ladies. If we cannot make those heavy, then let's stick with 20 and the regular weight on our swings. Let's stay with Russian, and I want you to try and add weight to the step-ups. So in that case, the step-ups don't necessarily have to be high. They could be a regular step-up with weight and then a normal weight Russian kettlebell swing, finally followed by our 30 double unders for those 4 rounds. Stick around if you guys want to see those demos and some possible modifications for equipment. Another day, another set of RDLs. However, today's work is going to be more of the high rep variety. We're looking for 10 to 12 reps, guys. That is a significant amount of reps for most people for a movement like an RDL that's very targeted to a small group of muscles like the bottom part of the hamstring here. We're trying to press back and build that tension that we can utilize on the way directly back through. Feet pushing into the ground, glutes squeezing forward. I like to tell people to think of this more as a horizontal lift than a vertical lift per se. Follow the hips is basically what we're doing here. As always, if you guys have a hard time targeting the hamstrings on this because you are super flexible, then let's adjust the feet, adjust the hands a little bit. Mechanics are basically still the same, just in a varying position that allows us to try and get a little faster tension on those hamstrings. All right, guys, a super sexy hip extension workout today. Yes, it's going to be 4 rounds of step-ups, Russian swings, and double unders. Now, with these step-ups, we're looking for a high box. 24-20 is the RX number, considering we did Chad at 20 and 16. As always, heel on, full extension of the hip that's doing the work before the second foot comes up. I would prefer alternating, although you guys can essentially go 5 right and 5 left if you want. We are going to follow this up with some Russian kettlebell swings. If you have a heavy option, let's go to a heavy option, even if that means taking a light band, attaching it to the handle of your kettlebell, and attaching it to the feet. If we don't have a heavy option, let's go with a regular weight, and let's try and weight the step-ups, guys, so at least we're getting heavy stimulus on the hip extension out of this somehow. And then finally, the last movement of each of the 4 rounds will be the 30 double unders. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, let's talk modifications for the strength piece first. So, just like we've been talking about the whole time we've been doing these RDLs, I want you guys to put yourself in an RDL position. Doesn't matter what the load is, what the resistance is. If we're looking at having some weights, even if we're not talking barbell, as always, you guys can take those dumbbells, still go RDL, kettlebell. Everything's going to be pretty much the same there. I personally am of the mindset that if I'm holding something smaller than a barbell, I'm gonna keep it on the front side of the shins and the knees as opposed to having it outside the knees, just because it gives me that thing to focus on, that almost wall, that plank there to keep my knees back, to push back into the hamstrings so that I'm not getting lazy and letting those knees slide forward in front of the hands, okay? Bands, actually a really good way to do RDLs. So don't feel like if you guys don't have any weight that you can't get out of this what we're trying to get out of this. A band is a very good way to get hamstring work. We're gonna take it, put it under the feet. From here, we're gonna drive back into those hamstrings, push down into the ground through the feet, squeeze the glutes through just like we would with a normal barbell, dumbbells, or kettlebells. Now, moving on to the workout. So, first piece is gonna be those step ups. If we don't have a box or anything you guys can step up onto, then we're just gonna go with a lunge step. Now, if you guys are waiting, or we're going to, or would have, based on what we talked about earlier, weight that box step up, then I want you to try and weight the lunge step. Okay, I don't care how you do it, suitcase, shoulders, hold something, put it on the back. It's up to you guys, doesn't matter. Second piece is going to be those Russian kettlebell swings. If we don't have the kettlebell, but we have a dumbbell, you guys can always swing them on the outside. Although, for this workout, because the step ups are non-weighted, and even if you're not doing those, you're gonna do a lunge step, keep them non-weighted if you don't have the kettlebell. Here's what I want you guys to do. If you have dumbbells, and we're gonna modify this from a kettlebell swing anyway, then I want you guys to go hang power cleans and maybe turn that into a non-weighted lunge step beforehand. Or feel free, if you have heavier weights, to shorten the rep scheme on the hang power cleans, maybe make that to 10, make the lunge steps to 20, and then go into your 30 double unders. However you guys want to roll that, doesn't matter. You can always weight the lunge step here or the step up there, or you can weight the lunge step here or the step up here if you want to. All kinds of different ways to do this stuff, guys. When it comes to double unders, obviously we have single unders with the jump rope, we have jumping jacks, we have lateral hops, we have toe taps. I can bounce and tap the dumbbell if I want to try and be super accurate, because if I kick it too hard, it's going to flip over. All kinds of different things you can do. Ascending rep scheme is the idea here, as well as ascending breathing, okay? So the way it's set up, 10 step ups, not bad on the lungs, full extension, gets the body moving a little bit, the longest range of motion, let's call it. Second piece is gonna be that Russian kettlebell swing. Makes you guys breathe a little harder, makes you work a little harder, although not a ton of range of motion. It's something that's a little heavier. And then finally we get into that third piece, the double under. While it's not necessarily the hardest thing on the planet for a lot of people, it is going to make you breathe really hard each time, even though it's only 30. So if you're gonna modify stuff around, move it around a little bit based on your equipment, let's try and keep it in that same mindset.